And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 54 as we make our way through the 50s. And then eventually...
that last stream was just a false start, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's deja vu. It never happened. It was a figment of Tiny's imagination, you know? That's the only place it happened, you know? And now, since we are officially in November, it's No Nut November. So no more hitting on Tiny, anybody. It's forbidden for an entire month, except for me, because I'm the top dog around here, so I can do whatever I fucking want. But
you will not stop me from simping on people, so you can shut up.
All right, so I live in California, and thanks to Emerald for reminding me, I can still go and vote, and I'll be voting for the racist, Nazi, Hitler loving white man Donald Trump, who is now a garbage truck driver, apparently now. Because after Joe Biden called every one of Trump supporters garbage, everyone just started wearing garbage bags for Halloween because they just wanted to be trash. I will say this right now. I don't think the best idea was to show him that everyone's trash, but I guess people just making a joke out of it, then I guess whatever, So hopefully everyone had a great weekend. Hopefully everyone had a great week. It is election season, and Kamala Harris, I hope, loses. If she wins, well, it's nice knowing you guys. If I see you out on the other end of the other 4 years coming up, at least we made it. But
if Kamala Harris wins, there's a good chance that Jesus will probably return before the next election. So
here's some breaking news. So it says Harris to appear on Saturday Night Live in final days of U.S. election campaign, says sources.
What?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, she's really desperate right now, which tells me internally that the real poll numbers aren't swinging in her favor, because I've been watching the SEC football games all day, and she's going hard in the paint on advertising specifically directed towards white Southern men. So she thinks that by playing these commercials that somehow she's going to sway a lot of like white.
I hadn't seen any of them, but there's a whole bunch of people in the Aggie alumni groups that have been like just laughing hysterically at the idea that she's going after white Southern.
That's got to be regional, because I've been watching the games too on ESPN Plus, and it'll start her commercial like a second and cut to something else all day long. Except like once it did that, and it's been playing full Trump.
Yeah, she's been playing nonstop during the Florida-Georgia game earlier, and now it's like A&M and South Carolina are playing right now. And it's the same thing. It's like it's always some southern white redneck with a southern drawl talking about, no, I voted for Trump in the last two elections, but I can't stand voting for him again because he giving all the tax cuts to the billionaires, and I don't think that he really understands me.
I'm a white man that's voting for Kamala Harris. I high-fived my wife's boyfriend after I got done voting.
Okay, before we get into anything super juicy, because since this is election season, everyone and their mother decides they are an expert on politics. Now, this is what I've always said. I was someone who just kind of generally put his head in the sand and said, you know what, I'll let them figure it out. It'll all work itself out. But I just want to point it out. How I was wrong, and I'm usually never wrong. I'm usually always right. I'm usually a fucking genius. My brain has expanded so much past you pathetic, worthless humans that you can't even grasp my intelligence now. J-Lo said this. She did say this when she was endorsing Kamala Harris. She said one thing, and I do agree with it. Not voting at all is basically just losing. I will say that. I agree with her on that. If you literally do not vote, you don't matter, and that's what they want. Because if you don't vote for Trump, if you want him to win, then you couldn't have possibly wanted him to win because you didn't even do the bare minimum for him to win, right? You at least have to do that, right? So I was always under the impression that voting didn't matter. And in the grand scheme of things, I don't know how much it really does matter, but at least you know that you at least tried. That's the bare minimum of it. Like, you stand by at least someone that holds your somewhat principles together. People ask me, like, I think at work, like, why are you going to vote for him? Because he said he's going to ban men in competing in women's sports. That was one of the main things. I think that's the most common sense thing. That even being entertained these past couple of years is ridiculous. At least he's somewhat understanding. Like, hey, a biological man cuts off his dick and shouldn't be competing with women. I can respect that. Yeah, you can be my president. It's common sense. You protect. I mean, what else? Kamala is going to allow men to compete with women? She going to allow that? She hasn't spoken anything about that. Trump said he's going to ban gender-affirming care in all 50 states. I don't know how that's going to happen, but could it happen potentially?
No, he's going to ban gender-affirming care being paid for by taxpayers. He's not
for minors.
Yeah,
and for minors.
Just those two things alone.
Those guys work all day. When they find time to have surgery?
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of times.
Miners, M-I-N-E-R-S.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So let's start with intros. Society, how you doing, man? He also said Jesus is gonna come back in 4 years. I think my dad has a better chance of that, but you know.
I don't know, man. With the way this country's going, there's a good chance that we just knocking on the door of the end, which would be a good thing for some people, probably a terrible thing for the rest of you. But
hey, man,
outside of that,
I'll just marry Tiny, become Jewish, and then I'm good.
Yeah, no, you won't be. Neither one of you two.
Tiny, help him for that.
Outside of that,
we don't proselytize.
Oh my God!
Unlike the rest of you monotheists, we don't proselytize.
God, man.
And I could have sworn MSK started the stream off saying he was November and wasn't gonna hit on Tiny anymore.
I wasn't hitting. I was begging for marriage.
So Tiny just admitted on screen that she will never date you because you're black. So
I did not say that.
That's literally what she just said. Is that what she just said?
She literally said because
she literally just said it. So
she called me an Uncle Tom in DMs. She's like, "Oh, I would never grow up with this Uncle Tom Planet of the Apes looking motherfucker." I have receipts.
She said you even look like an old black woman. You know how insulting that is?
Oh, truth hurts.
Well, yeah. Instead of being an old black woman, you could be that or be Cardi B. And I think
Cardi B is just I can't even say
I will point out if anybody takes what Cardi B says for politics, that she knows what she's talking about, you are stupid. This is the same lady who's talking about like peace and all this bullshit. We know she's not smart because black women aren't smart. Probably has the IQ of a fucking squirrel. Let's be honest here. Come on. This is the lady who has been cheated on by the same dude named Offset for years, and she's gonna preach to you about equality and all. Shut up.
And she also bragged about drugging men and stealing their money.
Why would I listen?
And using trans men to trick them? I guess she's a terrible person who legitimately can't read.
Like, why would I trust this ugly, dirty, disgusting ape to tell me anything? I'd rather listen to a monkey than listen to that person. She doesn't have real hair.
I want Floyd Mayweather and Cardi B to have a read off on pay-per-view and see who can finish Goosebumps book. No. Give her that third grader book that they give to kids to teach them amendments. See if she can read that and not have a stroke reading that. But yes, I want both of them to read One Fish, Two Fish and see who can finish them.
Which is the one that only has like 8 words in the book, but it's like over and over and over again?
Is that Low Red Riding Hood?
No, it's a Dr. Isn't like 8 words? There's 8 different words.
She couldn't read Dr. Seuss. Oh shit! Imagine her reading Green Eggs and Ham.
God.
Oh shit! Well, speaking of black women being absolutely as fucking disgusting, Drunken Emerald Arrow because he likes the sisters. Hello.
Howdy.
All right. So, Tiny, what you got?
Not much. I'm just getting through by.
Okay.
Well, that sounds assuring as hell.
I'm doing a lot better than I was earlier in the week.
Oh God. Yeah. We were talking. It looked like she was going through it rough. But don't worry, I will save you. I will literally mail myself to you near mint condition.
She literally just called you a porch monkey like 5 minutes ago, and you're already
true.
I did not.
True. She said, "Did you send me a link for the show?" And I was like, "You ever play Zelda?" She was like, "I have not." I was like, "I'm taking your nerd card." Who's not played a Zelda game? Her nerd card must be revoked.
That is one thing I've never done. I don't do any.
I told you I would fucking teach you how to play games. It's not that hard. Why are you so? She is just so difficult. And I don't notice that. It's like a cat. You can't teach how to eat out of a freaking bowl. Oh my God! All right, good lord. No wonder why she's a One Piece fan. God damn it, man. Good lord. All right, Darnell, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Not much, man. I'm doing good. I'm gearing up for the second episode of Quick.
Goodbye. So, hi, Divinity. Hi, Gray. Well, as you guys know, I like to keep things spicy here. That's why I shit talk all of you guys, because my brain is expanded to the point where you guys can even just imagine where my head is at right now. I'm literally.
We know exactly where your head is at right now. You're watching porn on the screen.
I would never watch porn. I actually want you to believe I don't watch porn on my computer. I would only watch porn on my phone, which I stopped doing because I go to church on Sundays now.
Sure.
Oh. Didn't I tell you I was brewing my coffee before Sunday? There you go. No.
So you like a Jew now, or like you pick?
Tiny kicked me out of their community.
Mm-hmm.
No,
She said
I
can't
just
be a
didn't
Jew.
proselytize you to bring it into the community.
Tiny literally just like drove up to your apartment and put like a
Not
cross
one
in
of
the
us.
middle of it, then set it on fire. That's literally what you just said.
Oh shit, kill me now, man. Tiny was like, you can't be a part of us. I was like, oh, whoa.
Not
All
what
right,
I said.
I need to go watch more Ben Shapiro then I'll be good. All right. So recently, maybe is he still the former owner of the Dallas Mavericks? Doesn't matter. The previous owner of the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban, who's on Shark Tank for a lot of seasons, worth about maybe what 7 billion, 5 billion, decided in his wrapped up brain, and I don't think someone like him is stupid. I think he's just mildly retarded. There's no way you can get to that level of success.
On one of those Diddy parties, who knows?
He's just trying to drum up drama so he can stay relevant.
There's no way you get to the level that he's been at being stupid. I don't think he's stupid as far as like making money. He clearly knows how to make money.
He's trying to keep himself relevant. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, there's a difference between being stupid and being compromised.
Yeah.
So it's like being street smart versus like being book smart. Well, I'm actually more like book smart because I'm a fucking genius. Unlike Mark Cuban. And Mark Cuban decided to himself that he was going to attack every single woman blatantly. It's not like he even said some women. He literally said women that vote for Trump are this. You know, most people like preference say those are like maybe a few. No, he literally said all of you. That's a pretty big generalization. I'm gonna go find it because I did send it to Chaz on a Facebook reel. This man decided to himself to attack every single female Trump supporter out there. That means if you're a Trump supporter and you're a female, he looks at you less than shit. Less than trash, honestly. Crazy. Interesting. Bring it up in just a moment here. Hi, Mike. How you doing, man? CG is having a meltdown over on DG's channel. Who's CG? Oh, it wouldn't matter to me. Not right now. I'll watch it later.
Oh, they're talking about crack again or something?
What is wrong? I mean, is Ethan doing crack? I mean, okay, here. I'll say this before we go into this video. I don't care what bad things happen to that guy. He's a piece of shit. I know the things about the wife and the daughter. I do. I don't care. I'm not going to pretend like I care. I don't give a shit. He's a bad person. Bad things happen to him because that's what it is. It's what it is. Those things are fucked up, but that's what happens when you're a bad person. Bad things happen to you. You know what? I'll say this before we go in the video. I believe if you're a good person, you work, however much you can do for your family, if you have a family, or you're just trying to do the right things to get by, I do genuinely believe good things will happen to you. I do. But he's a horrible piece of shit. So he has horrible piece of shit things happening to him. Pretty simple, right? All right, now to the video. Fuck that fat, worthless faggot.
Wait, we're still talking about Mark Cuban?
F-A-G-G-O, F-A-G-G-O, F-A-G-G-O.
Oh my God. Let me put this.
Never see him around strong, intelligent women. Ever. It's just
actually, that really funny about this stupid thing is my mom and I were talking about the other day that all of the women that are in Trump's life are strong women. They're all women that have very serious personal stakes and whatever. I mean, it's hilarious because every single thing that Mark's saying in this is so wrong. It's just literally just fucking false.
I want to point this out just for a reference here because I have made a couple of instances to him being compromised. If you guys remember, they did a reboot of House Party. I think it was about a year ago, back 2023.
Yeah,
and he was in that film, and the whole the reason why he was in the film is that he was a member of a satanic Illuminati who they were trying to get back LeBron James's championship ring from the Cavs, and it was a very, very suspect scene with a lot of people who are currently under investigation for their questionable partakes at freak off parties that was hosted by the Diddler. So just to throw that out there.
To him. He doesn't like to be challenged by them.
So if you are
that doesn't even okay, I guess.
A healthcare provider, if you are a school teacher, if you are a U.S. military member and you are a woman and a Trump supporter, then to Mark Cuban, you are stupid and weak.
Well, I think Mark Cuban yesterday learned the hard way not to mess with strong and intelligent Republican women. This is extremely insulting. Just look at the women that President Trump surrounds himself with. First of all, his beautiful wife, Melania, which of the 5 languages that she speaks would Mark Cuban like to have a conversation about him with?
Mark Cuban just said there are no strong, intelligent women around President Trump. It's a disgusting lie. And it's pretty funny coming from Democrats who can't even tell you what a woman is.
Remember how they've called us all fascists and Nazis? Obviously, we're garbage, according to Joe Biden. And any woman who would consider Donald Trump, who wants, I don't know, a great economy, safety and security around our country.
Can I say something just objectively? I'm not disagreeing with any of the points that some of these women are making, but the last couple of women may need to lay off of the plastic surgery. And that's all I'm saying. That's a complete sidebar to the point of this conversation.
Yeah.
But some of you guys have already crossed that threshold of too far, and now you're going to like cross further into the threshold of looking like a cat person. Please stop.
I'm just pointing out.
But I mean, I would tend to agree. But at least they're trying to enhance what they already have, unlike trying to replace and with something that they didn't have.
Mm-hmm. Also, they
you can't spend that anyway. It's
just
horrible.
saying,
Don't do
they're
it.
all older now.
Yeah.
They come with all this baggage. They already hit the wall. It's okay. I understand it.
Peace instead of wars around the world. Apparently, we are weak and stupid.
Cuban's words are mean, sad, and misogynistic. And the left can't even define what a woman is.
Get him, girl.
Disgrace and comment silent.
Yeah, I want to point out several things here. Okay, so this is the same. I mean, he's upon this political affiliation. These people 24/7, 7 days a week, every hour, every minute, talk about how much people on, let's say, this side, men criticize women, saying they're all types of things. Oh, I for sure do, because that's what I just like speaking the truth. But I will say this: this is the people that always, you should like believe in women and empower them and all this fucking fluff gay bullshit. One of their biggest supporters, which is Mark Cuban, who's been at a lot of Kamala Harris rallies, has publicly said he's endorsing her, putting a lot of money down on her campaigns. Just basically just said women that support Trump ain't shit. I thought this side loved women. I thought this side, like, women can do everything. Oh, just believe them all. Every story they say, believe them. What? I'm really just failing to understand where all this comes from.
Because they're floundering right now.
Yeah.
They're desperate. They're throwing anything out there. Anything to, I mean, even if it is attacking a voter base, that they're desperate for anything that's going to try to turn and voters make them question themselves, going, well, maybe I am stupid for thinking about Trump. It's not going to work. And in fact, it's actually going to happen. It's going to backfire. Every move they've made to try to make Trump unappealing to vote for, they've turned it's backfired on them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Theo, what's up, man? Republican women are objectively hotter. It just depends on which one. It just depends on which one. There's been a lot of Democratic women I found that are pretty attractive. I mean, who are you going to have in bed? AOC or Liz Wheeler? Just saying.
Liz Wheeler.
You're just capping, and I know you are. Fuck off. I hate you. God, Tiny, handle this.
I'd rather take Liz Wheeler, than AOC. I mean, AOC is going to be the crazy woman that, well, no, you sleep with her. You would sleep with her once and you're never going to get rid of her.
Nope.
And on top of that, probably the entire time you're screwing her, she's going to be talking about communism.
You said you have to hear what she says. You don't, what the heck?
And the time she was arrested, but not really arrested, but faked it.
Yeah.
Yep, that too.
AOC sounds like one of those girls you can probably boink the communism out of.
Probably, yeah. Well, Liz Wheeler's already kind of old and ran down. Like, what else can she do?
Wow.
Die.
Man.
Okay. All right.
God damn, it's went dark.
There was not her. It was another one of like her people that she hangs around with, where they were like, they gave one of the most Ellis takes ever. They were like, it was a fake video game stat. And they were like, video gamers or guys who play video games are the most unattractive dudes ever. They would prefer a guy who does like bird watching. Just saying it right now. There's a girl out there. If you prefer that guy doing bird watching, you are retarded and you sound stupid. Bird watching is the, like, it's about the equivalent of doing small talk. I don't get it.
This is the thing that just bothers me. I get some of you women may fall into this line of thinking, but it's like, I've seen so many videos just this week alone of like women talk about, oh, guess what? I just boinked my 400th man this month and I made $70,000 on OnlyFans. And we live in this world where this has just become commonplace, where whores are just out here admitting this thing in the open with no shame whatsoever. Yet the mindset of the entire world, for some reason, is still, oh yeah, well, the problem with society is men playing video games. It's like, really? Really? That's the worst thing that's going on right now.
Dude, it happens with everything. It happens with everything. Like, or just I want to just make it like gender focused. I'm just make it a people focused thing. If you're having this in life, I know everyone's have where you are doing something for yourself and it's just your hobby, and someone comes up to you, you have a conversation, and they're like, "Well, why are you doing that?" Even though you yourself will never question that person's hobby, I would.
No, you want to know the answer to that question? Because I was happy until you walked up and stopped asking me stupid questions.
And I'll start it after that. I'll start with this. Person will go, then I'll go, what do you like to do? I like to fish. Fishing is boring. I've been
You're not
fishing.
doing
It's
it,
pretty
then
boring.
you're not doing it right.
Fuck you. Whose side are you on? You fucking bastard. Tiny, beat him up. Throw him out. You're my bouncer.
The point of
I will have to
fishing.
agree that I actually find fishing quite boring.
Fishing is so boring. Have you been
Because
fishing?
you guys are doing it wrong. The point of fishing is to go and sit in a boat, hold on to a rod, and drink.
All you do is
hunting and gathering. What kind of guys do stuff like that?
I know, jeez.
No, it's like someone will be like, "Well, you like comic books. What do you like?"
I have
like
no
to
problem
fish."
sitting. I have no problem sitting next to someone on the boat who's fishing, relaxing and
So
reading
you
a
hear
book.
that, man?
But just
You're
holding a
bad
rod, that's just boring.
You're bad if you play video games. You're bad if you do something manly like fish or hunt or something like that. It's like you can't win. So once you realize that you can't win, you just get like, you know what? Screw it.
Yeah, because it goes one or two ways. Either you get criticized for doing both, or the person that is doing like fishing or they're doing like hunting, or like, hey, I like comic books. What do you like?
I
like
got
to
no
go
problem
hunt
hunting.
deer.
I love to go hunting. That's different.
Like, what's the difference between like you having a hobby and me? I just don't get it. Like, why is video games the more crucified hobby? Actually, I don't know,
because there's a lot of, and to be fair, here's what it is. You know, a lot of men go to women who are advanced age and still single, and they always say like, "Oh, how come you're not married? How come you can't find a man?" And the woman usually complains that there's no good man out there, and they're all out there playing video games and watching porn. So then all of a sudden, this whole narrative recycles throughout the entire world that all these guys are just out there watching Pornhub and playing Nintendo, and that's the reason why you guys aren't married anymore. You guys need to step up and be better. And we're still doing this whole thing like somehow it's 1964.
Oh god, it always just blows my mind how people will still parrot this thing, and it's completely untrue. Like there's two things that are like, there's one thing around Halloween that always comes up. The whole like, if you bite an apple, the razor thing. That's never happened actually. That's actually just a straight up myth.
I mean, it did happen, but it's been a while. Like people hadn't fall for it in a minute. So
and then the other one, video games cause. I don't think correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. Has a video game ever caused someone to grab a gun and go do a mass shooting? I'm pretty sure it's never happened. It's never happened.
They keep trying to try to equate them to the two.
Yeah,
but there's no actual true evidence.
Yeah, that's a complete myth. If you play a bit harsh, if you play a game like Call of Duty, it'll make you more of a no, it doesn't. It actually straight up does not. If anyone out there, now you guys, anyone out there believes that, you're stupid and you're retarded. How would playing a video game make like, oh fuck, now it's gonna go shoot up kids?
I mean, there's one
correlation between that.
I mean, you can sit there and say, I don't like certain video games that promote murder and killing people and stuff like that. It's like, fine, if you want to make that argument, you can make that argument. But there's a difference between making that argument and saying that, if you play this video game, you're gonna go out there and shoot a school full of children. It's like, how did you make that leap?
Yeah,
that's a leap. That's pretty bad. Like, hey, I'm shooting this imaginary alien. You must be a school shooter. What? What is wrong with you?
Well, if you were a school
let's
shooter,
look at and what's it say about Super Mario Brothers? That's fetishizing stepping on things.
I actually one of my three of my dad's sisters used to flip their shit when I told them I played Mario Brothers in '85 or whatever, because they were saying it encourages black magic. They were gospel, encourages black magic and doing drugs, like eating mushrooms and hallucinating.
Oh, kill me, please.
Where's the black magic aspect?
Wait. So I'd go to their house, and the kids have Nintendo. They had the NARC game where you were a narcotics officer shooting drug dealers.
Drugs are bad. Violence is good.
I just don't get.
I don't know. Maybe there's something to that because I never cared about the Zelda games when I was a kid. That was just me.
I just don't get that if you like nerd stuff as your hobbies, then people must assume you're some sort of weird. I get it. Like nerds can be weird. They can be fat, sweaty, smelly nerds, like people who play D&D. Usually we're the butt fuck smelling nerds in basements. That's just how it was for stereotypes. Just saying.
Darnell,
But
are you feeling personally attacked?
I'm not. Like usually they got like no sex. The dudes were like weird as shit. They had yellow teeth. They had bad breath. They couldn't talk to girls. But then again, when you actually spoke to them, they were a little weird, but they weren't like bad people. Like someone could be weird, but not a bad person, right? They could just be just straight up weird. I just never understood that. Like if you like nerd stuff that automatically makes you a weirdo. It's like, are you supposed to be a robot and not have any creative outlets to process your emotions at all? I just don't get it. You know? And people will be like, "Oh my god, you like this video game that glorifies violence? What's your favorite movie?" People like, don't people seriously love war movies or movies that have a lot of violence in them? I don't get it. Brains. Hey. That's not me. You're lying.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I work 40 or 50 hours a week, and in my downtime, I want to play a couple of rounds of Sonic the Hedgehog. Does that make me a bad person? Does that give you the ick because I work too hard and I want a little bit of downtime in my life?
Oh god!
You like to run fast and kill animals.
I also want to point out: did you guys know that there's Avengers for Harris?
What?
Oh yeah, you want to go through that whole video?
Avengers for Harris. So I saw this on Mark Ruffalo's. I saw this on Mark Ruffalo's Twitter, and I bookmarked it. Do you know what this fucking idiot did? He couldn't take any backlash because
he's never been able to take any backlash.
At least in 2020, he left his replies open. I'll give him that. At some point, he had his replies open. At this point now, anything he tweets mostly about politics-wise, he locks them down. He can't handle backlash. So, Kamala Harris, Kevin Feige.
Has he considered shutting the F up?
No, not that.
No, because he's self-important celebrity that everyone must hear and obey his command on who they should vote for.
There's
a whole bunch of people in Hollywood who just deserve a rock bottom at this point. Like,
I just want to point out how much influence does Kamala Harris have to talk to Kevin Feige, to talk to those guys to make them do that? How much money did she put down?
No, it's not money.
All they have to say is all she's saying to these people is,
P. Diddy.
I have the Diddy list. I know your name's on it.
She tried to get Kai Cenat to do it.
He's like, all she has to do is like, yeah, by the way, the FBI is in possession of the tapes, so you may want to be on my rally in a couple of weeks. That's what else she has to do.
And Chris Evans is like super left at like
oh yeah. So he would do it regardless. Him and RDJ. Yeah, despite Captain America's character supposed to be against the government. Chris Evans, you son of a bitch in real life, right?
So there's two ways we can go about this. Do you want to do this one first, or do you want to start with the 2016 one and then do this one? Because when you see the 2016 one and then you jump to this one, you realize how a lot of these people have aged horribly.
I'll just take this one. I couldn't take that 2016 one. That one was pretty bad.
Well, here's the 2024 one, and this one's pretty
thank God.
Too.
Woo! So. Is ScarJo still attractive?
Scarlett Johansson. Remember when she was like a sex symbol?
Wait a minute. I will not allow slander on her. I would still sleep with her. I don't care. Oh, you guys would too. Don't lie to me.
Well, I mean, you just don't have standards. So I mean, that's
of course I don't. But that's beside the point. If that girl, I'm just saying.
All right, you guys. Hi, Avengers.
Yeah. So hey, Avengers, we're a symbol. Oh God, just.
Oh God. Oh, lady, just get on your knees. You much better with.
Hey, Scarlett.
So for those of you guys who were looking, we have Scarlet. We have Black Widow, Hulk, Iron Man, Rhodey. We have Vision, one of the black ladies from Black Panther, and Captain America. Yeah, so there you go.
Nicole.
Whoa. I think you mean assembling.
Wow, that was rough.
Look at that.
Can we just take a moment to absorb the cringe of that?
No, just feel that enthusiasm.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Evans looked like he just woke up. Like he just did this like now on the fly.
He's probably high as fuck. He's like
Chris Evans got some pretty impressive hair plugs. I will say that.
He does. He looks pretty hot. I'm not gay, but hey, pretty good.
Are you?
The fact that you have to preface the comment with that really does start to make people wonder.
Tiny, does Chris Evans look good? Come on.
Yes. Almost always.
Yes, he's pretty cute. I will give him that. I'm not gay. No Diddy. No homo.
Wow. Don, that's pretty good. No, that was funny.
Scarlett, it is our pleasure to come together and to get the vote out this election. Come on.
Yeah, how can we be of service? How about we start with what our voting plans are going to be, who we're going to bring to the polls with us, that sort of thing.
How about this being election interference with a non-citizen telling people how to vote in our election? Huh?
Yeah, right.
Huh?
Yeah.
The UK is interfering in our election.
They
By the
are.
way, Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Doom. I just want to throw that out there. Completely unrelated.
I would also point out, did anybody understand what that Shaniqua was saying? Felt like she was just rapping. No one even listened to that bitch. Just pointing out. You know?
Hey, you have respect. That's the woman who had the sword in The Walking Dead 10 years ago. So she's a thing, apparently.
Blow my brains out.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris needs a catchphrase.
Ooh, yes, definitely a catchphrase.
How about this? I'm
Sucks
just
dick.
off the top of my head. I can do this all day. Shut up. I hate it. Okay.
I mean, it's original, but
What about something punchier like, ooh, boom. You looking for this? Iron Man 2, everybody loved it.
okay, again, I think we're just trying to get out the vote.
Kamala forever.
Gay. That's
Wait,
so.
Suck dick.
The cringe gets even worse.
I can't. It's hard. Who endorses this? Who paid willing money for this?
I feel like I got punched in the liver listening to that.
God.
I feel I feel about 10 points lower in my IQ.
That's every. Just,
Whatever that attack was super effective.
okay, we're never getting Black Panther 3 after this. So please give me that.
Forever. That's better.
Okay, how about I'm down with democracy? It's just clean. It's
You're not even from here.
Go fuck yourself, Paul. You are freaking UK. You not US citizen. You fuck off.
simple.
Okay, I like that.
It's hard to argue with that.
Kamala Harris down with democracy.
Oh, yeah. I'm Kamala Harris, and I say down with democracy.
I don't know if that sounds the way we want it to sound, though.
I think we just need.
But it's
can we
what it
get some
actually is
production
doing.
now?
Jarvis?
My name's not Jarvis, but whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. Down with democracy.
Down with democracy.
Is that what we mean, though?
Yeah, together we're going to tear down democracy.
Will you stop playing heroic music under yourselves?
I'm Kamala Harris, and I am down with democracy. Did I sound enough like her on that one?
That was great. How many Golden Globes have you been nominated for? I'm just curious.
Oh God, yes,
Yes.
yes.
All right, that was
How you can
awesome.
tell that these are not that this is all a setup is the fact he moved his head and the fucking camera went with him. That is this is completely bullshit and fake.
Wait, hold on, wait. Play that last part again where to move.
Well, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna get it back up here real quick.
You're fine.
My son's iPad does that. When he moves, the camera turns with him.
Okay, go to the comment section. I
Hold
want
on,
to see
let's
this
go back to the
roasted.
scene he was talking about just real quick.
Yeah.
That was great. How many Golden Globes have you been nominated for? I'm just curious.
Yes. All right, that was
yeah,
awesome.
the way it moved, yeah.
Okay.
This is from discussing film, so this one can go either way.
God, it's usually pretty cringe.
It almost sounded like a pro-Trump thing at the end.
Seriously.
Down with democracy.
America is so dystopian. What do you mean your president candidate called the Avengers to take on Trump? Okay, this is not a fucking anime, you weirdo. What
Well,
the
understand
fuck?
this person has a Ariana Grande avatar, so they're probably
Even,
like 13 years
in
old.
anime, people are like, "Oh my god, they have to put the Avengers together to take that." Shut up! Just shut up! You sound like a.
You
fucking
realize they're
loser.
not real, right? Like, you know the Avengers doesn't actually exist.
So okay, by that logic, is Trump Thanos then? Because didn't Thanos win in one of those movies? He straight up won in Infinity War. Just pointing out, Kamala literally pulled the Avenger. No, she. Oh my god, man. Blair White. Oh look, the people who are literally paid to lie have thoughts about our upcoming election. Doesn't matter. Bro's got his Justice League for Justice League for Trump. Chris Evans, you're Captain America, not Captain Communist. Beyond sad. Remember when celebrities were cool, mysterious people? Yeah.
All before social media.
They just play good people in movies. In real life, they're all pieces of shit. This gave me so much secondhand embarrassment. Republican Marvel fans now. Okay.
No, not really. We all knew they were pieces of shit before they did this, so this doesn't change my opinion on them.
They literally all did this like 8 years ago. Like, this is not the first time we discussed.
Yeah. I mean, if we're just talking about Chris Evans had a pretty big backlash for the Lightyear shit he was saying.
Yep.
He just had that, like, I don't know, last year. It's time for the Justice League to reunite and endorse Trump. Okay, people are just really taking this like anime hero shit a little bit too far. just a little bit.
Anime hero.
Everyone's got that like main character syndrome.
Well,
going
just so
on.
you know,
This is
MSK,
what-
this is comic books. This isn't manga,
hentai.
Okay, or
It all means
hentai,
the same shit.
or
Why is Caitlin Clark trending on his profile? Society, how much you looking up?
Well, Caitlin Clark.
yeah, share my screen.
Yeah, right.
Oh, RDJ. Oh man.
But no, like what I was gonna say is that this is what 15 years of comic books movie has done to people. They literally think that these comic book movies are like real now. Like they can't distinguish between reality and fiction. This is why you get like 30-year-old, 35-year-old people who go to these Avengers movies and they start clapping during the movie, like, oh my god, it's Captain America, he's here to save the day. It's like this is his 15th movie. Why are you what are you doing?
God, man.
People were crying when
I don't
Holland
mind
died
that
at the end
generally.
of in Infinity Wars. It's like they've already announced another Spider-Man movie. He's going to be back. Why are you crying?
You know, it was crazy. I don't mind if they're doing that because that's mostly coming off a movie. But to pretend like Avengers are real and they're actually uniting to fight Trump, it's like, come, you can't be like this stupid.
I don't
right?
think people really think they're the Avengers. They're just attaching like what the roles are most synonymous with. I don't think people really think they're.
I think you are severely.
I think you give people too much credit. There's some real retarded people out there. They legitimately think they're some
like,
main character.
I've said shit like that. Oh, look, cool. The turtles are back together. This is the voice actors. Like I know they're not the real turtles.
Okay. What else has been there? I don't want to. I'm going to talk about the whole squirrel thing. That's a little. That's just.
You want to play this quick video just real quick?
Yeah,
So
go
I
ahead.
found this to be absolutely hilarious.
When you order a DVD of Brokeback Mountain on Wish. Oh, I know what to. I forgot to bring this up last time we were talking. We have to go over definite L's. So we're gonna go over all of like No, I can't make that joke. I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Stop myself
There's
right
gonna
there.
be more tax on black people.
I mean, like, I usually love doing it, but it's just my thing, honestly. You guys love it too, but you don't secretly say it. You'll secretly thank me behind the scenes for it. Remember LeBron James? Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Mm-hmm.
It was LeBron James.
So that's
King
not
James. What happened?
That's not a photograph picture. He really did dress like a French maid.
Initially people were saying was that it was AI, and then as time has gone on, people have become less and less convinced that's actually an AI picture. So
wasn't that taken before AI was even a thing? He was like, "What are we even talking about here? When I think about my kids and my family and how they will grow up, the choice is clear to me. Vote Kamala Harris."
yes, Mickey James, you lick that boot.
Yeah, LeBron. Even though you'll always be in the shadow of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, yeah, just get on your knees. Or weren't you the same guy that got blown out of his ass by fucking Golden State Warrior and Curry? People said you were overrated and called Curry better. You'll always be in the shadow of other people.
No, if you're talking about blowing out booty holes, that's Dwight Howard. That's not.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Tell me how to vote when you can't get pressed the first page.
Dude can't even start on like page 28.
I just want to live in a country where Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, LeBron James, and Meghan Markle are no longer oppressed.
Yes, Queen.
Donald Trump answers Biden, "You can't lead America if you don't love the American people." That's true. Release the tapes so this post makes sense. If this ain't
You want to know how you can tell that's not an AI generated image?
Guys,
count the finger.
Yeah, guys, I'm pretty sure that LeBron James, who has openly admitted and celebrating being part of multiple P. Diddy parties, who has multiple pictures at himself at P. Diddy parties, I'm pretty sure he did nothing nefarious at not a single one of those parties over the course of 20 years. I'm pretty sure that there's nothing there.
Speaking of LaQuishas, there was a LaQuisha that was talking to Vivek Ramaswamy about like systemic racism and also the gay bullshit. She was like kind of doing the whole talking over thing, but once she knew she had no ground because he was just gonna stand it, she just kind of started mellowing out a little bit. The cringe in this is not as much as the Avengers one, but this is like, holy crap, who brainwashed this lady? It's actually just crazy. It's 10 minutes long, so buckle in for the ride.
Yikes.
Give me one sec. Just the first, we'll go over the first like 2 minutes, and you'll see just how demented these people are. Maybe depends. Tiny, would you want to see the whole thing? Yes.
That was not me. That doesn't sound anything like me. And I was gonna say, I don't know. Let's see what it sounds like to begin with.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we heard Tiny call you a porch monkey earlier. That was not her
We
voice.
did. Wow, Tiny.
No, you did not.
To you, being a man of color, when exactly was America great? What period was America great? And
I mean, the 90s were pretty great.
In that period, would you personally go back to it?
Would I go back to 2016 through 2020 in this country? I would, actually. I think America was great then.
And why do you think America was great?
Was America great for most of our national history? I think we were, actually. I think America was
During
great.
slavery, during redlining, Jim Crow laws, civil rights movement.
I think, was America
Can you
perfect?
pick something that's happened within the last 80 years?
Not to mention that Democrat policy.
Like,
Yep.
lady, you were born during like the age of like Carson Daly. I'm pretty sure you've never seen the remnants of Jim Crow in your entire life. Like, please stop.
No. Was
Yeah, but
America
saying
great?
it's great is
Yes,
a
it
very
was,
big,
actually.
very
Actually,
big
do
emphasis
think it
and a
was.
very big extreme that you're jumping, because when exactly was America great? American is not
America-
great for the
America's-
African American woman. America is.
I will just point out when she said this here, I want to just make this point clearly. In Afghanistan, because we can see this through Twitter, Afghanistan put out their rules for women. They're so bad, and I think most women are like not that smart in general when it comes to like nowadays standards, like the younger ones, not the older ones, but like a lot of the new women coming up are just borderline stupid. Women in Afghanistan can't even have a cell phone anymore. They can't
They
even
cannot
go
have
out.
their voices heard in public.
Yeah, you saw what you know posted about? Yeah, that one. So when any woman in this country says, "Oh my God, we have it so bad," okay, cool, you can fucking leave and go live in Afghanistan where you can't even have a phone.
You know what? I used to hate on Afghanistan because they didn't give women the rights. But considering the fact we're dangerously close to losing this country because most women can't get abortions after sleeping with that guy from Red Lobster, I think to yourself, you know what? Maybe Afghanistan was right about something.
Hey, don't disrespect Red Lobster. That was there. No, those are Waffle House women.
No, those are Denny's women.
Not only can they not go outside, they can't really go outside, but unless they have their partner, their voices can't be heard. They can't have no cell phones. Bunch of other things. They obviously can't be. What's that thing that they wear with their face?
No, the best part is where they're getting back to where they
Burqa.
were before we came in, where women are not allowed to go to school and they're not allowed to
Yep.
become
Yeah,
doctors.
yep,
But a
mhm.
female's not allowed to. But a female is not allowed to talk to or touch a male doctor. So
Yes.
just
I'm
like
still not
there
seeing the
were
downside here.
30 years ago, there are going to be lots and lots of young girls dying of infections and dying of easily cured diseases because the stupidity of this
Say it.
barbaric culture.
Get it, girl.
And then it always just blows my mind when women like this say that. It's so hard for me here. Hard for
Yeah,
you.
that,
How?
that makes me so angry. I can't even fucking see straight.
It just like it's so.
You know
like,
what? Why
yeah.
don't you well, like you want to get away from the America and you want to deal with the true freedom of the black people of this country after slavery? You go check out Liberia.
Oh.
You know what I wish we can do sometimes? Remember the second Matrix movie? Remember the Keymaster? Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Where he could
Yeah.
just like turn a key and like open the portal to like wherever in the world. I wish we could just like open the door to like somewhere in like Pakistan and then push these people through and then lock the door behind them.
Yeah.
Check it out.
They fucking wouldn't last a day in most
Like,
countries.
I understand. Hey, maybe you had a hard time growing up, but there's no way you had a harder time growing up as a woman here than somewhere in like Afghanistan, Pakistan. There's no way. I don't believe it. You're tapping out your ass.
Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda.
Anything.
All
Yeah.
of them. There's nowhere in the world that women have the amount of freedom and the amount of opportunity as the West. And even in the West, we're still one of the best.
I love how she goes, when was America great again? And immediately like starts like rambling on to another like
it always
'cause
happens.
She knows he's gonna fucking shoot her down.
That's actually a tactic. It's actually
no,
a
I
tactic.
know.
That's leftist
Yeah.
tactic
Yeah, so
tactic
if
when
anyone
it comes
doesn't
to
know what
debate.
that is,
I know that's what I'm saying. Like
Oh, no,
she's
just wait
using
for
that
the people that are
typical
watching.
No,
You're
she's
fine.
using that typical tactic where she asks a question and keep going.
Yeah, and the reason why people don't know what she's doing, she knows what she's doing. The reason why you do that
Absolutely.
is because if you ask one too many things, it gets people flustered on one answer that they could give because you just bombarded them with three things, and then you can pull like, "Oh, I got you in that one," but you hadn't even got a chance to process your thoughts on the first thing. tactic I learned over the years of, easing my way out of bullshit.
I disagree. I think there's
like what are we?
By the way, just real quick, the other thing she just said, America was never been great for a black woman. It's like, okay, let's change all the child support and custody laws. Then,
so she says that while wearing an Apple Watch, probably has an iPhone, going to college, dressing like that,
headphones,
wearing glasses with a headphone, and her hair done. Yeah.
Well, she has no hair. She has
maybe Afghanistan is onto something about not letting women go to college.
Oh God! Oh Lord! No, well,
wow, did I just hear society say that Afghanistan is based? Got it.
Oh my God! No, we're not doing that. I love it. I love when
maybe we should just airdrop some MAGA hats over Afghanistan.
Oh my God! Okay, you guys are crazy.
What is
Afghanistan great again?
Felicia.
Of course, her name is
Felicia.
Of course. Of course.
What other country for an African American woman is better than the United States of America?
Well, I live in the United States of America, so I only want to talk about the United States of
Right,
America.
exactly. So what country, when I talk about whether America is great, I'm not talking about whether America is perfect.
Well, that's why I'm confused, because when was America great for somebody like me? You just told me.
I think America's right now, you dumb. Oh my God.
Let it out, Tiny.
No, lady, you live in the fucking hell. She's probably. I imagine she's Gen
these
Z.
Fucking people. They think that they're so educated because they've had a couple of fucking Marxist lessons on stupid shit about slavery. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear one word about your fucking ancestors who most likely weren't slaves, because there's still slavery going on right now. There are 7 countries in the world right now where you can have slaves or they have slaves, and
there's more
Christian and Jewish and atheist girls being kidnapped all over North fucking Africa to be used as child brides, for Christ's fucking sake. Here you have freedom, you have things that protect you. You are a goddamn fucking living in the golden age, and all you can do is bitch about it because you're too stupid to actually do some actual education or research and figure out that you fucking are just blessed, you cunt.
Wow, that was a lot of hard R's there by Tiny. I mean, I apologize on behalf of the panel for her behavior tonight. I mean, she's just dropping a whole lot of racial
spot on.
I really love it when someone like this always gets passed by, because people always tell me, haven't people always told me when I've been doing these shows, MSK, you're overreacting. These people don't exist. What do you mean they don't exist? Everyone
they exist. They're your friends. Yeah. They're you.
Every person has told me ever since I started doing these shows, even back when I started in 22, MSK, it's just one person. It's just one person. It's not just one person. It's not just one person in their generation that thinks this. That's a lie. She right there looks like she's what 25, probably, or 20, maybe 20 years old. She's in that generation. People are saying that this doesn't happen. This is not the first person I've heard say this.
Yeah, I was about to say, if she's anything younger than 30, oof.
I just hate the level of gaslighting that always comes. Oh, it's just one. It's not just one fucking person. Because if it wasn't just one person, Trump would be probably just killing Kamala Harris in this election by a landslide. Then there's obviously enough dumb fucking people in the world that actually believe what they're being told by other extreme opposition. It's pretty simple. I digress.
I think America great. You just told me where somewhere else that America was great.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just told me basically that it wasn't.
I think America is the greatest country on planet Earth for you.
Actually, America is great for you right now. You're living in it right now. Otherwise, you get the fuck out of here then.
On top of everything else, there's never been another fucking society
country
that
where you
put women at an actual equal level to men.
by working hard.
I am an African American woman.
Pause. You want to know why the United States of America is the great place for you? Because if you were in any other country talking the way you talk right now, you'd be shot dead in the streets. No, with the rest of their day.
No. She would be arrested and then stoned in the town square.
Yep. I'm sorry, I'm thinking more about the Russia government, not.
God.
Oh, okay.
Government.
Facing institutionalized, systematic racism.
I don't believe that.
Yes, I am.
To be true right now. There are points in our history where that was true.
Yes,
I think today.
Yes,
today you are free to achieve.
And I would like to talk about how people like to bring up affirmative action as well.
Well, let me just address your first point.
Action is fucking cheating.
I think this is the
screws over the people who they give it to as much as the people who they screw over with it.
Yep.
Yeah, but they don't care about Asians because Asians are white adjacent.
No, I'm talking about the young people of color who get put into a position that they're not prepared for. So they think that they're dumber than they probably are, because most affirmative action gets lots of people into schools. Something like 70% of them
all I'm going to say is that
graduate.
The third leading cause of death in the United States of America is medical mistakes, and after DEI, that's probably going to jump to 1 very soon.
It's true.
Yep.
Well, and the other.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't number one like gun violence is the number one killer, right?
No, it's cancer.
No, it's all about just general causes of death.
Oh, my bad. Wrong one. Sorry.
It's heart attacks, cancer, and then medical mistakes.
Medical mistake. Oh.
And the thing about it is you can't look at gun statistics accurately in any kind of way because the majority of them are ending their own lives.
That can't be true. They can't be true because cops just shoot everybody, right?
Oh yeah.
That or I mean, but no, that's not true because or friends of Hillary's somehow end themselves with 2 shots to the back of the head.
You got it wrong. My bad. It was the leading cause of young people was gun violence. My bad. That was my fault. Good Lord. My brain is fried from listening to this fucking ape.
On Earth, where you're able to achieve the maximum of your potential without your skin color standing in your way. This is a country where
that's not true.
I believe it is true.
That's not true.
What are you unable to
America,
achieve, ma'am? Felicia, what can you?
Fargo, they literally all
What
of these
do you
other
wish to
banks
achieve?
just got sued for not giving home loans to African American people. That happened.
You mean what caused the fucking crash in 2008?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, remember like 30 years ago?
How about the fact that Obama took $14 billion to bail out the banks so people wouldn't lose their homes, and yet those banks were still allowed to foreclose on a lot of fucking people's homes, meaning they got paid double and stole people's homes.
Well, let's go back even further than that.
This wouldn't happen again. Did they changed the law to make sure this can't happen again? No. They actually made it easier for it to happen again.
Let's go even further than that. Let's go back 30 years ago when Democrats were running on the cause of having a home is an American right, and people of color are not getting that opportunity. So let's lower the credit qualifications to make it easier for people to get homes. The people who probably can't afford definitely can't afford to keep their homes. And then let's see that bubble burst in about, 18 years.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And black people shouldn't be given homes. All they would do is just run house parties and loud music and everything anyway, and do drugs.
So let me just ask you, what do you
so-called lower of the property value?
So let me tell you, as a Felicia.
Well, lowering the property value is
There
the
ain't nowhere
violence
that
that
has
you
low
guys
property
bring to your
values from
neighborhood.
redlining anymore.
Just
If
the way
cities are too
America is now.
expensive, you got to be
Yep.
kidding me.
If having a home is a right, why are they taking my rights? Yeah, but I forgot, John, it's not a. You forgot the point there. It only matters one way. The other way doesn't matter. The pendulum never swings both ways. I get what you're saying. I agree.
Patience. Somebody was president.
Donald Trump is running to make America first a reality for all Americans. Let me ask you something very personal, because you made it personal to you.
Of course they always do. All they talk is in emotions. They can't talk with actual logic.
What do you want to achieve in this country that you believe you can't right now because somebody else is stopping you because of your race?
Well, right now, as my future career, I want to be a criminal defense attorney.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to say this right here. If this person's your lawyer, you're going to jail.
And look, she's wanting to be a job that pays the least out of most lawyer jobs. So, and then she'll bitch that she's being held down because she's not making enough money. But she chose that specific avenue.
Vivek is about to roundhouse kick this whale back to the local KFC. Okay.
That's
no church's chicken.
In the United States at this current moment.
What are my question to you is, what are you unable to achieve? Because I think you can achieve that. I believe in you. I believe in you to achieve that.
I'm just saying, why is that the case?
And the number, because I believe the number one factor.
Why is that the case?
I believe the number one factor that determines whether you succeed in this country is not your skin color. It is whether or not you actually put in the effort to do what you want.
Yeah,
she's not listening to anything.
She's not listening to him at all.
Yeah, no.
Because she's constantly talking over him.
Yep.
She's not listening. She's got it in her head. These are the things I'm going to say. I'm not going to listen to anything he has to say. I'm going to make my points. I'm going to talk over. I'm going to. It's
I'm going to evade all of his questions.
Yep.
Against an institutionalized system that's going to hold you down. How exactly?
Wells Fargo won't give me a loan. Every time I move into a neighborhood, the property value goes down. You tell me that ain't racism?
Discrimination in this country by employers against employees on the basis of their political beliefs than there is on the basis of their race.
Your political beliefs unless you express them.
Well, that's somebody
not true at all.
Well, maybe if your name is Felicia, they could probably pre-assume on the application.
Felicia with the pronouns in her bio. Yeah, can't it's a mystery what her fucking political affiliation.
Yeah.
is.
I worked in New York City.
Maybe if you stop naming your kids
Somebody
Rashid
wears
and
that red
Tariq,
hat,
Tariq.
American Great Again walks in, they're going to face more discrimination than somebody walks in with black skin. I think that's actually true.
No.
I think it's true, actually.
Actually, just today, a guy posted a video from a New York gym of him wearing a Trump shirt, and he got thrown out because of it. Just today, that video came out. I just watched it before the show. I know it happened.
Well, the outrage they had against the MLB and in that one park that behind the
what are we even saying?
and behind home plate, there was a woman wearing a MAGA hat.
49ers. One of the players is getting fined because he wore a MAGA hat. The NBA is like, we don't support like politics on the field.
Yeah.
This fucking organization had players wearing Black Lives Matter fucking jersey. Get the fuck out of my face.
Officially licensed by the NFL.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's why I stopped
For Black Lives
watching.
Matter on it.
Fucking stupid.
It wasn't always true.
This just happened this week. This isn't like something that happened 10 years ago and you can say, oh, that was the one thing. This just happened now.
I mean, there's points in our history where the reverse was true, absolutely, but not right now.
Trump. I don't see you wearing a Make America Great Again hat, but what I'm saying is,
wow, yeah, go.
Well, you had to say it, dumb bitch.
that's great. You did a costume change, but what I'm saying is,
Oh, look at they're trying to be snippy.
Yep.
That's all their generation has. It's just they learned. Okay, watching Avengers movies made them pull off these Josh Whedon one-liner quips.
not have that on. Prior to that, you didn't have that on. So me perceiving you, I'm perceiving you as a man. I'm not perceiving you as a MAGA supporter, Trump supporter, XYZ. I don't perceive you as that until you tell me that is. So how can you say that somebody's being judged on their political views unless you make those political views known?
I can tell you why.
That doesn't make any sense.
I can tell you why. So I'll tell you a story of a woman. I'll tell you a story that you may not be aware of. All right. So there's a company where a woman, she was wearing a red sweater and held Veterans Day at every Friday to acknowledge veterans in her workplace. It was a little affinity group they created. That's what they called it. Now, there was an employee who said that he considered that to be a microaggression. The employer made her stop doing that. She said, okay, I'm just going to bring my red sweater and put it on the back on Fridays on the back of my chair. The employer still stopped her from being able to do that too. That's political discrimination based on this an anti-racist environment we've created in America. So the irony is in the name of fighting racism, we've actually created political. She lost her job. She would lose her job unless she stops wearing a red sweater. I think it's wrong in America.
She was hired before that, though. So that means on the basis of they did not know what political.
She was about to be fired. She was about to be fired for standing for veterans.
Your whole argument was that you are
There's viewpoint discrimination in America today.
There is, but my thing is, you are saying that you got discriminated against because, or this woman in this case got discriminated against because of her political views. No one knew her political views until she came in wearing red. You are making an assumption.
Can you stop her for a sec?
Mm-hmm.
So
no,
you're not allowed to wear fucking clothing?
her political view is pretty much on display because Democrats hate veterans. Democrats hate the military. They hate service members. So no, don't try. She trying to say, well, they didn't know her bullshit. They didn't know her political meanings. I don't see a whole lot of Democrats out there for veterans, except for the platitudes that are stated when it comes to election fucking time.
She should be able to do that. And I think she should be able to do that.
Automatically fired her or do that stuff. They hired her because of her work ethic, because of her ability.
Let me just share something with you.
I don't know who this woman is, but
are you a senior?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. And what are you doing for work next? You're going to do a criminal defense attorney? You're going to law school?
Yeah, right now I'm interning.
So let me just share something with you, not as a matter of politics.
I'm sorry.
It's a matter of somebody who.
If I was going to a law firm and I was paying what law firms generally cost, and that was the intern that helping out spoke in the way that she speaks, her tone, her use of verbiage, I would walk the fuck out.
Like I said, you going
to
jail.
Doesn't sound like someone who's educated and well read and ready to become a fucking lawyer.
No matter what your case is, you're about to lose. That's all I'm telling you now. Because
the only
end up smart talking to a judge, you're gonna lose on a technicality.
The only job I think is in her future in the side of law is working for some kind of nonprofit community organization.
Getting criminals.
She's not going to be hired by any law firm. She's not, or the federal government, or state government, because they would hire that type.
Who, I'm 39. I've had success in this country. My parents came from nothing. I've lived the full American dream, and I'm really grateful for that. And this is where I'm coming from when I say this.
That ain't water in there.
You, just as a fellow citizen who wants to see you succeed and achieve your dreams, the more you view yourself as a victim, the more likely you are to be one. The more you view yourself as empowered, the more likely you are to be empowered. I want you to be empowered. I don't want you to see a world in which there's some invisible lines of hierarchy based on race or gender and that you're being discriminated against, because the more you see the world that way, the more likely you are not to achieve your dreams. Versus if you look at the world and see the world that I see, and this is what America offers, to say that you have your own God-given talents, how are you going to be able to achieve the maximum of your potential? I promise you, nobody is going to stop you in modern America because of your skin color. It's just not going to happen.
They
So
do, but okay.
give me
But
one. I would love to hear
Right.
one example where you wanted to, where you tried to get a job and you couldn't get it because of your skin color. I'm sure that's true of people who lived in the 1950s. I'm sure it's true of people who lived in the 1850s.
Now,
I'm also sure that doesn't exist
what
today.
you're telling me is that they're saying that I can't get a job based on my skin color. They're not going to outright say that because of different laws and policies in place, which is why the systemic racism is part of the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Is she talking about
I can't
nepotism?
anymore. I can't.
Like, okay,
Yeah, the
Nothing he says will be good enough.
true to her.
Yep.
We do have 3
She
minutes
will
left.
have a weak, vague answer for everything he says. I can't do 3 more minutes of that.
Yeah.
The cup is filled with blood.
Hey, real quick, John. So that sausage I'm supposed to get for you, the dude's shop caught fire today. So
Oh shit!
Well, that's
yeah. So he has like an outside shed that he like makes as like a certain type of like a fried pork skin. I mean, for a pork skin, and it caught fire. So I don't know if he shut down, but he's still having trouble with UPS. So as soon as he's back up and running, I'll get you a sausage, man.
I'm suspicious. Is he a Trump supporter?
In a Trump supporter, in a Trump pro-Trump area, yeah.
Did you burn
then
this man
no.
down?
No, it's the only butcher shop we have around here. Dude's fucking awesome. He's a good buddy of mine.
Okay, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, he's okay.
Did they do deliveries?
Through me, yeah.
Okay, the last fun thing we'll go over, because I do have to head out in a little bit. I got something I have to do tonight. I'll be back, but something I have to take care of with some hot ladies. They want to, talk to me.
Keep going. Go on.
Wow. Wow. Speaking of Deadpool and Wolverine, which smashed it at the box office, second $1 billion movie for Marvel since 2021's No Way Home. Tatiana Maslany and apparently Ryan Reynolds have some beef. So if you watch the audio part, there's a lot of sarcasm there. I can probably attest to that, but I don't think it changes anything because I don't think she's being sarcastic, like meaning that she wasn't really being actually that way on set. Tatiana Maslany confirms Ryan Reynolds really did kick She-Hulk scenes from Dead Wolverine. I hope he did. Anybody watch that show? Who watched that show? I did. I watched it. You didn't watch? I did watch it. It fucking stinked, and I got 6 episodes in, and I wanted to fucking hang myself.
It's
trash.
horrible.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? I actually thought Loki was the worst one, but until I watched that, I didn't know what dog shit looked like. That show is bad.
Have you watched Secret Invasion?
Oh shit, no. After watching that episode 6 of She-Hulk, I didn't watch any more of these shows. I knew what time it was. I was like, okay, this is bad. This is done with this. So here's what she says. I can't do her voice. I would still sleep with her though. Hey, come on. She'll ride my face if she wants. I have sex with a lot of girls, as you guys know. So I have no
She would literally pepper spray you in the nose.
Oh shit. I always talk about how much I hate Deadpool and Wolverine. I talk about it all the time. I also wish I just sit down and stop I'd just sit down and stop pushing my feminist agenda and just realize that Deadpool and Wolverine made a lot of money and She-Hulk only made $3. Well, it didn't make money. It was straight to streaming, so you made nothing actually. So you just threw money into a black hole, honestly. That's why they're getting rid of me, because I had this woke agenda and I really wanted to bring it to the movie.
Okay, nothing she said was wrong, and she just made herself look like more of an idiot.
Doesn't this confirm what they say the other people saying this are lying about?
I wish I would just sit down and stop pushing my feminist agenda. Like, you're admitting you're the reason they
Didn't she
kicked
just
out of
give the
movie.
playbook away? This is the playbook. She just said, I have this woke agenda. Okay. Just saying everything out loud at this point, I guess. Now, people said she was being sarcastic. I guess if you listen to the audio clip, she is, but I don't think that's lying on the sarcasm part. Like, if we're talking about an actual agenda being pushed in things, you could debate whether or not that's in movies at all. But she's blatantly saying right there that she was doing it. So really it's not really debatable with this one, in this case, in my opinion. But who knows? I delete She-Hulk scenes too.
She seems like the type that would get on, that would be on set, and the script would call for her to break the fourth wall, and Deadpool to call her out, and like she would not stop. She's like that's the type that she would break script just to like, hey, I'm doing a fourth wall break too, and like to piss off Ryan Reynolds and the director.
Or is it possible? Now we don't know this.
One other
we don't
character
know.
that does break the fourth wall regularly.
Now we don't know this either, and being that Ryan is good on his feet for ad-libbing stuff, and he's so involved in it, I would. What if this was the case? Now we don't really have the reasons for her scenes being cut, except for what we suspect. But what if it is possible that while they were shooting, she just kept going off script?
That's what I'm
trying
saying.
just trying every single time to try to up over Ryan.
That would not surprise me.
Don't surprise me at all.
You can't outdo Deadpool
In his own movie. Sorry, this isn't a normal Marvel picture. The main character is still the main character in Deadpool. He isn't a ride along in his own movie.
She said she's suing.
Put it to you this way: Bob Iger would literally put a car bomb in her, like blow her up dead before he ever lets her do anything that associates with making money like Deadpool 3. So yeah, no.
There was a short of what we were just talking about. Someone said, I hope she didn't go up to Ryan Reynolds telling him that she could control her temper better than him. Oh, fuck.
I'm going to fight you now.
What do you know about loss? What do you know about
talking to her?
What do you know about getting catcalled?
Yeah, as she's literally talking to her fucking cousin, however she is to her. This guy literally had gamma radiation hit him. He became a fucking raging monster. But he doesn't know anything about loss and temper, right?
He watched his father beat his mother to death.
God. Well, on a brighter note, girl describes what it was like to have sex with her dad.
Why?
What? Definite delusional takes. Okay. All right. She says, the sexual intensity was nothing like I'd ever felt before.
Gross.
It was like being loved by a parent you never had and the partner you always wanted at once. Come, brothers, these degenerates aren't going to crucify themselves. Oh, God. Fucking hell. Okay, society, that's yours. You can have that one.
Yep.
Flooded again.
Go back to that one.
Why do you care what consenting adults do in the privacy of their own bedroom? That's our son. Women will post this shit and then wonder why the entire planet and every major religion has imposed strict social restrictions on their sovereignty since the dawn of time in every place humans have ever lived.
That seems like a personal attack to Tiny directly.
It really does. Darnell, are you all right?
Speechless is not something that's in my vocabulary, but I am now speechless.
I got a couple of videos we can play as palate cleansers. No,
please.
Okay,
Oh no, I got a good palate cleanser if MSK was showed by screen.
Yeah.
You're muted. You're
over
muted.
here talking. No one can hear.
It's great.
You're making
MSK's
that
doing the show
show.
properly. You're muted.
You're still muted, you retard.
You are muted, sir. We cannot
There's a
hear
little
you.
microphone with a line through it, and at your name. That your Emma. Anyway,
Hands on head retarded, like knuckle dragging, mouth breathing IQ.
Oh God, like, oh Jesus Christ, that is like, I don't know.
What, brain rot?
In
Brain rot?
In the case of Maslany, you can clearly see it's the narcissistic aspect of current women in Hollywood, that because they've been put up on such of a false, shaky pedestal, that the waves and opinions are crashing on those pedestals and collapsing them. They don't have the power they think they actually have. They don't. It's almost to the point now where, hey, you want to what? Just to use little Snow Brown's own things. Hey, it's Hollywood, baby. You could get your entire scenes cut. Who's to say that, you want to know what? They're getting to the point now with her comments, how the movie's shaping up. They don't just CGI a brand new Snow White in her place.
I thought about that. Yeah.
Yep.
Just to try to save something of this movie.
Yeah.
This thing's gonna bomb like the Titanic. I mean, there's just no way that they have any chance. Doesn't it feel like Hollywood was better off when Harvey was running things? Like, he sounded like Harvey kept people in line, and then now that the big bad wolf is under, all this stupidity is just spread like aimlessly.
No, because true, but I mean, but Harvey, because of Harvey and his personal assistant, we ended up getting the Acolyte destroying the Star Wars canon even more.
Yeah.
But thanks to Harvey Weinstein, his deformed penis, this is what we have to deal with now.
How do you know about that?
It was in the court documents.
Oh, okay.
They said it looked like a half. They said it looked like a half melted Kit Kat bar.
Yeah. Dude, Drunken, there's a lot of Trump ads for the SEC. I mean, society's a lot of Trump ads for SEC games here in the South.
Here on this one, because you're in a different state than I am, and here in Georgia, it's like nothing but Harris ads. Like, they're going.
Like I said, when they do have her ad, it'll play for a second, and it cuts to another commercial.
Yeah. I think somebody in the trucks be like, yeah, we're not doing this here.
Nope.
Well, I think what it is because, and they're paying for the ad buy already. But at any rate, it's the whole point that Georgia is looking like it's going to be close. That's the only reason. And they're being very strategic in places where they think they might have a chance. But I just don't see it.
Well, like I said, last time we did this election down here, Trump won the first day, actual election day, by like 350,000 votes. Then over the course of the next several days afterwards, just so happens Biden won by 10,000 votes. It's really, really weird how that happened during the last election. So it'll be interesting to see if that same thing happens again.
True.
Watch out for hockey sticks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
No, man. They peacefully protest. What are you talking about?
No, don't worry. The National Guard is getting in place, and the fact that that Biden administration just signed the bill that now allows our military to use deadly force against American citizens
on American soil.
On American soil.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what they would need that for.
Even though dumbass Kamala came out and said that was what Trump will do if he gets in power. You fucking bitch, and your out of control, lunatic, brain dead running mate, who's currently in office, technically running mate anymore, signed a bill to actually do that.
Yeah.
You have already done it.
It's almost as if the reason why they want to take away your guns is because they plan on doing something that you would shoot them for.
Nah. No way. They can't be that dumb, right?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So you just gave up on your own show there, MSK?
I was here.
We've been talking to you, man.
We've been telling you to play our videos for like the last 10 minutes now.
You gotta give you guys rights and privileges here. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Levels of pain.
I'd be willing to move a kick in the balls even with Kamala. This is fucking awesome.
Yeah, this was at the Georgia Florida game
Do we have
earlier
the
today.
context of what happened before this?
No, not yet. No, they're still working on it. But essentially, these two guys were drunk and they were fighting the security or police officers here. And this guy just absolutely gives this guy like an 8-piece with 2 sides and a drink. Like, this is just hilarious. Here's watch this.
Everything on the ground too gets handled. Oh, dude, yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know what they did, but whatever they did, they probably deserved it.
Those are really upset security.
Yeah. He's trying to like knock him into like another universe right now. He's trying to knock him into like 616.
Looks like they possibly Jacksonville PD.
Yeah, right. And then we had this video here, which is a very, very.
Did you just call me a force monkey?
Then we have this, but apparently this is what you have to do if you want to survive falling off of a building. So if you ever find yourself falling to your death, this is what you must do in order to survive.
If you fall off a skyscraper, there are a few things you can do to increase your chances of survival. First, relax your body by moving your arms and legs to keep them loose. Then, aim to land on something that can break your fall, like a tree, instead of the concrete. If possible, position yourself to land on your feet to distribute the shock through your legs, but try to roll upon impact to reduce injury. If you
no, you would still be dead.
Yeah.
You would still be dead. Yeah, you would hit that tree with such an impact. You would still die.
I want you to fucking like squirrel glide through the air.
Still less painful than listening to Kamala Harris speak.
Off that tree and still die.
Aim for the bushes.
Yep, exactly.
There goes my hero.
Increase your chances of survival. First, relax your body by moving your arms and legs to keep them loose.
Yeah,
then
just stop in midair and readjust yourself.
I'm sorry, if it's anywhere over 4 fucking stories,
aim to land on something that can break your fall, like a tree, instead of the concrete.
I didn't know
if
we were
possible,
like flying
position
squirrels.
yourself to land on your feet to distribute the shock through your legs, but try to roll upon impact to.
It's like, honestly, even if you did somehow manage to survive, you would be in so much pain you would want to die.
No, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't be able to roll when you hit the bottom.
Now, what happens when you're coming down that tree and your legs split one of the tree limbs?
Yeah,
the tree limb splits you.
Well, what happens when your legs, your pelvis, and all the other bones of your body just turn into powder?
Yeah. In communist Russia, tree splits you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe the first thing is to avoid high spots and being on the edge of the building that you potentially could fall. That's probably step one, I would say, is ways to avoid it.
But the first question I would have is, how would you fall off the building to begin with? That seems to be the more pressing matter here.
Yeah, what are you doing up there in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
TikTok challenge, probably.
So what was your TikTok video? He's like,
I'm gonna show you guys how to survive falling off a building.
Oh yeah, but let's say you just so happen to be falling and there's no fake tree.
And Darwin's proven correct again.
Yep. No. Oh, if you can't find a tree, then you have to find a small taxi to land on.
Find a small child to land on, and their bones are still bouncing.
If you can fall on another person, that would be great because you're gonna die. But why do you have to die alone?
And if possible, avoid dogs and cats. Their mass and body are too small to be able to absorb your impact.
Yeah, they're not retarded like you are. Why do they need to die?
Who comes up with these things?
Yeah, the skyscraper pull up. Yes, I've seen people die doing that.
She's like literally as you're falling to your death, just start playing like ludicrous move, bitch, get out of the way.
Hey, you want to know what? If I'm falling off a building, I want a fucking soundtrack.
Let's start playing the final countdown.
No, screw it. We're gonna go Tom Petty, and I'm free, free falling.
Yeah,
we're just playing.
No. Foo Fighters, learning to fly.
There goes my hero.
Watch him as he splats.
Oh man, what's the worst song to die to? Like, what song do you not want
Anything
playing
by
at the
Cardi
moment
B?
of death?
WAP.
Like you dying. Oh, look, he's moving. You reach to turn a radio station, then you die.
Mm-hmm. Anything from Will Smith?
No, I'm just,
Getting jiggy with it. That'd be
imagine?
that'd be.
Could you imagine if you're falling to your death and they play that one song, "Wake Me Up Inside"?
That'll be a good scene to play NSYNC's "Bye Bye Bye" too.
Oh no! I figured out. I figured out the song that I want to be playing as I'm falling off of a building. Back in Time, Louis Lewis in the News. Back in Time to not be falling off the fucking building.
Another one bites the dust.
No, I for mine, I want them to play Coolio "Gangsta's Paradise." And like literally, like as we slow mo the impact, they start playing. Tell me why are we?
If I'm falling, I don't care. Play "I Can Dream About You," and I can dream about my dad after I die.
No, even worse. Play R. Kelly's "I Believe I Can Fly."
Yeah, that's where I was going next.
I can dream about you.
Oh shit!
Fuck you, R. Kelly. I believed I could fly and I didn't.
He's like, well, what was that one song? My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me.
Trapped in the drive-through.
Oh shit!
Trapped in the closet. I mean, sorry.
What?
Your thing, that was Weird Al.
Oh my god. Well, Tiny. What would you like to die to? What song?
I don't know. Most of the options are pretty good, but I've not really thought about it much.
How about Michael Jackson? Remember the Time.
I can't believe all of us came up with great songs. He was like, I don't know, Tiny. Oh my god, you gotta be one of the guys. Oh my goodness.
Not even like Britney Spears, "Hit Me Baby One More Time."
Oh my god. Like, I just want to play the Britney Spears song.
No. I mean, it depends on what kind of death I'm having. If it's a death that's really miserable, then we might as well just have Rebecca Black's Friday.
If you're falling,
Fuck it.
if you're falling. Let's stick with the theme.
Oh, we're sticking with the falling? Okay.
No, I can't do that one.
Well, it's still Friday from Rebecca Black. That would be one of the worst ones to die to.
If you're getting mauled to death by a
Falling In?
But it's a Monday because it says Monday stuck in the song.
Good lord, man. I hate all of you.
If you get mauled to death by a bear, you can always play like DMX.
If you play party rock while you're getting mauled by a bear, you're dead. Actually, you might be dancing in a weird motion that might freak the bear out. You might actually.
I don't know. Hey, you want to know what? Maybe I'm sexy and I know it is. I'm falling back with my arms behind my head.
Hi, Chloe. How you doing?
Getting attacked by a bear. Meanwhile, all you hear is "Help! I need some help."
Oh no! If you're getting attacked by a bear, just fucking play the Life Alert commercial. I've fallen and I can't get up. Oh, God, holy shit.
Well, that's okay. You want to know what? I'm never going to fall off a building because gravity doesn't exist. Okay, that's just a societal construct.
You're going to manifest.
There's no such thing as gravity.
Oh my god.
The fact that there are people who actually believe that is just wow.
Yeah.
Gravity's not real. The NBA is fixed. The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat. Oh my god, the Earth being flat. Holy shit, man. That was just certainly a time.
It is. Have you ever seen an atlas?
Holy shit. It's like those people that are like, aliens are real. Prove it. Oh, aliens are real. Prove it. Oh, just reasons. Science.
Have you seen? Hey, have you seen some of the people in the Senate? I swear to God, those are fucking aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, remember how we had that butt fucking senator? Oh my god, that might have been a funny.
Like if there was only one.
The booty check.
Oh my god, we have to find those threads. Those are the funniest things ever. There was a guy named Salty Cracker. He was making so many memes about it. It broke me in tears, man. Holy shit. He was taking it up the ass, and Salty Cracker photoshopped Joe Biden giving it to him.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then he wrote a statement saying, "I can't believe everyone's like mad at me and making this about my sexuality. It's just the most.
Like you were literally filming gay porn in the chambers of Congress. Like,
Well, the worst part is he said there was a bunch of other gay guys doing that too on that podium. I'm never touching that podium. That might be filled with shit.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, it's making podium guy really regret ever touching that podium.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, there's a good question. What's the worst song to have sex to?
Oh fuck, Badger. That Badger song where it says Badger, Badger. Remember heard that song?
What does the sound? Blue.
Oh yeah.
What's the worst song to have sex to? God damn. Well, I haven't had sex a long time, man. Fuck.
I can tell you from personal experience when you're dating a girl and it's kind of new in the relationship, and at this point it's primarily just kind of hanging out, a lot of sex, and that every single time we're getting together, this is back in 2000, every single time that we screwed, on the radio would play Lifehouse, Falling Even More.
Oh god, it's a sign, babe. No, it's not, bitch. Get out of here.
I think sex with music is overrated. Just Pounder and just like the sex is without.
Well, you normally only do that when you don't want someone in the vicinity to know that you're having sex in the house.
That's true, but
Well,
like,
see, that tells people you're having sex in a house.
I mean, what is the music for though? It doesn't make her look better. It doesn't enhance anything. If you're gonna last
just start
2
playing
seconds,
Limp Bizkit's break shit.
Oh no, what's really good is screwing to System of the Down, BYOB.
You gotta keep up with the fucking beat.
Yeah, I tried to keep up with the speed.
Yeah, have sex to disturb down with the sickness, and then like everything just stops with like the weird child beating scene happens.
You could just like, if you're gonna have sex with any song, if you want to make her like completely turn off, play Justin Bieber, Never Say Never. That just turn that bitch
I thought it
off.
was baby or whatever.
No, play Never Say Never. She will be just dry. Because don't women like lactate to get wet or something like that?
What?
Yeah, that's how women work.
I know how women work. I know the anatomy.
I had an
Believe me.
ex who, like, anytime she hear a Marilyn Manson song, she said his voice, oh, Sweet Dreams. She would get like, no matter where she was, she'd get like instantly like, I gotta find a spot.
Any song from the Camp Rock soundtrack, I can only bang to Baby Shark. I have a friend. Had a friend who admitted to it, and I revoked his man card. That sounds kind of gay.
What about Vanilla
Thunderstruck
Ice?
by ACDC.
I love that song. Fuck, I love that song. I could never during sex. Nah. Wait, she's thunderstruck with cock. That sounds so lame.
Boom.
Oh god. I'm like sex.
Hey, you want to know what? You want to know what's really now? Granted, I can't stand this group in any kind of way, but this is going back into a previous relationship of mine. Is that we loved a little bit of bedroom toy usage, and we had the ones that you Bluetooth in. I know the Bluetooth in, and then they could play, and it would beat to the song, and I would play right from the phone. Now the thing about it is that I would play Imagine Dragons Thunder. But I would do it all the time subliminally later when I'd play it, she'd get turned on and want to. That was kind of the indicator of time to play around.
No, you gotta play like some ignorant rap song where it's just like nothing but bass throughout the entire song.
No. There was an Imagine Dragons song that League used in 2014. Remember the Warriors one? Here we are. Oh my god, play that during sex. We are the warriors that built this town. If you play that, she was running out your house. Oh
but here, girl, take this toy. I'm about to play Little John Bia Bia.
Well, at least it's better than We Built This City by Starship.
It's better than fucking the other Little John song. What was it? Turn down for what? Never play that during sex.
Turn down for what?
Emerald. Nate's last comment. Imagine that in the one next.
When you come, you yell. You've been thunderstruck. What?
The next one. His next one.
Through the Fire and the Flames by Dragon Force.
in that little machine, her head would blow up in the first 10 seconds.
God, man. Well,
now that I think about it, like "Bitch Please" from Snoop Dogg is probably the most ignorant song to have sex to.
I'm just saying, I'm not doing sexy music. That's just so cringe. Fuck no. I'm barely getting laid as it is.
It's so
as you guys
90s.
know.
I mean,
I'm just saying, man. I barely get laid. I gotta soak up the moment. I gotta soak up these 5
I
minutes.
get this feeling that MSK is the one that is the type that just lays on his back, lets the woman do all the work, and is a dead fish.
I'm just saying, it is. She should be surprised and happy she gets to interact with a 9-inch.
Tiny left.
Shit. This out of
the
context
conversation put her
wild.
in a massive amount of pain.
Yeah.
So this out of context is going to be so wild. I hope WZ never watches this part of this episode ever.
Mm-hmm. Now MSK strikes me more of the guy like during sections, and then just finishes.
I was just trying to just choke the bitch and throw her out. But okay, cool.
Good God.
Hold on. Let me message her really quickly. Maybe that pain started flaring up for her. I don't know.
Yeah, she's been hurting a lot.
Maybe she could take the force of my dick to get the pain to whatever.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I was
so much for that no nut November again from the beginning of the show. No simping. Oh nope, can't do it.
Oh my God. Here, you guys talk because she's gonna mess with me right now. Give me 1 sec.
So what's a good song to rob a convenience store to?
The sun will come out
tomorrow.
Britney Spears, oops, I did it again.
What about a White Snake? Here I go again.
Mm-hmm. Well, once again, "Bitch Please" will be another good one. Just play something ignorant as shit.
Bitch Please fits almost every situation.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of basketball, LeBron James scored his first points against the Cavaliers game.
You mean LeBron James Jr.?
Yeah. LeBron James' kid scored his first points in the Cavalier game, and LeBron's face was basically
celebrated like he was a Make-A-Wish kid.
Not LeBron.
Like,
not LeBron. His dad was like, not impressed, not good enough. What? He's just bad. And every
Do you know that between LeBron James and his son now, they've both scored a combined 40,000 points?
Okay. How much that is leveraged by LeBron?
I'm just saying that's the official stat. That's technically
I'm going to
true.
point out how much of that is leveraged by LeBron, like 99.99%.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. I would just only imagine. Oh God.
Yeah. Speaking of basketball, Doc Rivers is probably the worst coach in human existence.
Oh God. Yeah.
The Milwaukee Bucks lost last second game to the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight, so they're now 1-5. I think they're like 18-32 since he's taken over the team. So I don't know how this guy keeps getting jobs. It's like, look at what he did with the Clippers, look at what he did with the Sixers, and now look what he's done to the Bucks. Like, the Bucks went from a team that could possibly be in contention for a title, and now they're legitimately talking about blowing the whole thing up.
So the one time he coached that I remembered very clearly was the time he was the coach of the Celtics. And he got to the finals back in 2010, 2009.
Yeah, he's been riding off the success of that one ring for like 18 years now.
Oh, yeah, when he came to New Orleans, they were the city was like, "Oh, that's it now. We're there now. We're in the top." And just after the sun, and we couldn't do shit.
People forget Doc Rivers was responsible for one of the biggest oopsies in NBA history. If you remember, I believe it was 1999. He was negotiating with Tim Duncan, who was getting ready to leave the San Antonio Spurs at that point. He got a quote unquote a verbal agreement that Duncan was going to come to the Orlando Magic with Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady, right? And instead, Tim Duncan said, "Yeah, I'm going to go back to San Antonio and tell Popovich." And the idiot let him go back. And by the time he went back, he re-signed with the Spurs.
Yep, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. So Doc Rivers has screwed over quite literally a quarter of the NBA franchises in one shape or form.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yep. And then, like I said, what else is happening in basketball right now? Because this is just stupid. Like I know was it the Lakers? People are now pointing out that the Lakers are getting like a ridiculous amount of like discrepancy as far as like free throws go. because when they played Toronto last night, it was like they had 41 free throws and like Toronto had like 16. Like it was something like absurd where like the refs were clearly like trying to carry this team across the finish line.
The playoffs was like that last year too. They were the amount of free throws they had versus the other teams was like not even close.
They started out okay. So the first game against the Timberwolves, they won that. The one against the Suns, they came out from a 36-point deficit. And the third one, I forgot who they won against the third game. Fuck, it was another team. But then when they played up against the Suns again, they got exposed pretty hard. And then when they played up against another team, they lost pretty convincingly.
Yeah.
Or with the Kings. That's right. They beat the Timberwolves, Suns, and the Kings. They're 3-0. And then there was some cracks there in their team play. And I was like, oh, hope this is not gonna go bad. And then they won against the Raptors last night. And they lost against the Suns in the rematch. But the Suns have always been a pretty good match to them, no matter what fucking time of the year it is anyway. Yeah. And Kevin Durant's he's still pretty fucking good, I'll say. He was laying it down on some of those games. Who did they lose to? It was another team they lost to. They got completely ass rolled. Right. Was it Cleveland? It was Cleveland. They got ass rolled, but no, they beat Cleveland. No, Cleveland. Cleveland rolled them in their game.
I hesitate to pay much attention to games before this stupid in-season tournament bullshit.
Yeah,
you're right. Fucking stupid.
Because right now they're 4-2. Because if anyone else, I'm watching the NBA. I am. Well, clear. You would know if I know the games right now. So the Lakers right now are 4-2. Warriors have started out way better than people thought. The Warriors are kind of floundered in a couple years, but they're putting up decent performance. The Suns are still there. OKC fucking 5-0. Mavericks 3-2. What about that Klay Thompson super team? You're like, Klay Thompson's gonna go to the Mavericks and do it all. Well, better start picking it up very soon.
They got Luka.
It's still early. It's only 5 games.
Unless you're the Timberwolves, like society said. Maybe you're not changing around. Cavaliers Cavaliers actually look pretty good. I'll give them that. They look pretty solid. Celtics still 6-1. Knicks 3-2. McBride is pretty good, but like McBride can't carry this team to the finish line. I just don't think in long.
So this is still really early in the season. I feel like basketball's been being played for like the last 5 months already.
Yeah, and it's only been like 6 games officially for a lot of these teams.
He just started a couple weeks ago.
It's early in the season, so anything can happen. Obviously,
some teams could fall apart.
Yeah,
Doc Rivers could finally be fired so they can actually be good for the once in their lives.
So if you share my screen, If you share my screen, I've got something that Darnell can relate to.
What you got?
Stop. Well, you would have to tell, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember those wood panel walls. That was the thing.
And the sofa, the same sofa everybody had.
Yeah.
We're just fucking some on the floor. What the fuck?
Come on. I'm not getting you.
Well,
why don't you grab something in the room and smash it, kid?
No, I'm killing
it. God, man. It's crazy. I mean, I like having the season back. I like watching basketball. It's fun. It's always enjoyable to put a game on.
It's getting fun again to watch, yeah.
People are just like, oh my God. I can understand why I stopped watching. It wasn't because of politics. It's because the game is so, my God, like a dude's dribbling, barely will touch a guy. Foul. What the? It's just so crazy,
like
man.
I said, I think we talked about this a little bit last week. Like the 2010s really did significant damage to like the game of basketball, especially the NBA during that time period. Because like some people got so sick and tired of like the Cavs and the Golden State Warriors, and now everything's become like a 3-point jump shooting league. Now it's like there's no real defense. They've changed the game entirely from like what it was to the point where it's hard to get people back to it, because unless you're a LeBron jock sniffer, it's like who's really enthralled about today's NBA? It's like the top guys in the league are like all foreigners now. And then, like, they're all guys from, like, European countries. Then the only 2 Americans that are holding him down is, Curry and James. It's like, yeah, I'll pass.
And, the Knicks got it. I can't remember that dude's name. The one that, carried him through the playoffs last year.
Oh, Brunson.
Yep. You brought up exactly what I was looking at. Yep. That right there is what I'm looking at right now. And it's like, yeah, Raskin's been saying this for some time now.
Who's this dude?
He's a Democrat representative who is essentially committing insurrection against democracy by saying that if Trump wins, they will not certify his election and will not allow him to become president.
Wow.
Is that even allowed?
No.
No, it's
they'll
not.
find some kind of way to like I said, even if Trump wins legitimately, he'll still, this is going to be the longest 60 days for getting him sworn in. Like, they'll try to jail him, they'll try to destroy his life, and if that doesn't work, they'll try to kill him again. Like, they're going to do everything in their power to keep him from getting back in office, even if he wins this election legitimately.
Like, who's to say that for even the first, like, let's say he gets past all that. Let's say the first year, we still have nothing done because it takes this long to get him in, starts doing stuff, you know? Like, people are factoring, even if he does win, they're not just going to let up. People don't understand these people are in power. They do not want to lose that. Some of them might be tied to like criminal shit, essentially.
But what is it, the House or Congress is Republican right now?
The House is Republican. The Senate is actually a tie, but with Kamala being VP and the president of the Senate, she's the tiebreaker. And Republicans, because of that fact, Republicans conceded majority rule in the Senate and gave it to the Democrats.
Yeah. So he'll have the House on his side.
He potentially will have the Senate as well.
Yeah.
Well, that pretty much wraps it up for tonight's show. I think we got a great conversation. Tiny left me just like my dad, like I always expect. You know,
she had a dental appointment.
Now she had a Tyrone appointment. What are we saying here? Good Lord. Hope she's okay. Obviously, she's probably watching this right now with her eyes glued to the screen, looking at how beautiful I am. Obviously, you know, it's just what women do. So we're gonna start with Drunken Emerald Arrow. What you got planned coming up, man?
Not gonna shave for the month of November. Oh, I've already done that. Back here on Monday, and then we got the election coming up, and I'm working on something. So.
Awesome. Darnell, what you got planned coming up?
Back tomorrow and Tuesday have quiz time with Quizmaster Darnell Quigley, and after that, and possibly before, I'll be dipping in and out of Emerald's stream for the election.
Oh yeah, Theo asked me, was I gonna do a stream for the election night? The day off, it's Tuesday. I mean, if people want to, if there's enough interest and people there, maybe. But if Emerald's gonna do it, then I'll just watch from I'm just doing other things. Society, what are you gonna do?
Tomorrow we have the Bible Lens. I'm going to do a review on the Conclave movie where I get to tear down Roman Catholicism again. That's my favorite pastime. Monday I get to do the bar room. We're doing a special Monday edition of the bar room because I'm going to be in Nashville on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll know who the president of the United States will be on Tuesday. And then on Friday, I'll be doing a show with Nerdigans. We'll be talking about the Pokemon manga. This week we'll be talking about Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Last Friday we talked about Yellow, so go check that out on the last podcast. And then by the end of this year, I'm retiring one of my shows. We do a Friday night movie club. We're coming up on episode 100 pretty quickly, but I'm going to retire the show after 100, and then I'm going to add a new segment to Bounding into Comics called the 511 Show. So that's some things that we got coming up here. I'm going to take a step back after this year of doing so many movie reviews, because normally I've done like almost over 100 movies like a year, and now I'm going to cut back significantly this time around and be a bit more selective and kind of change my approach when it comes to movie reviews and be a lot more effective, which is great for me because now I don't have to watch like so much crap that I watch.
I love watching crap. You always find a lot of nuggets.
I got a list of crap for you to watch if you really want to watch some crap-tastic television, because we do have worst of 2020 40th coming up here pretty soon. So
cool.
Hell yeah. So as for me, myself, as you guys know, my main goal is to obviously put out consistent content. I want to still get to that right now. So the first thing I should say is I want to try and go into New Year's with the goal I had in 2022, managing my time better. So I want to try and get out potentially 2 videos a day. I'm going to get all the news that I told you guys I wrote down to do videos on. I'm going to get it all done before this year is over. That way I can start the new year fresh with any other news that pops up, obviously. And what else is going to end up happening? Hold on. There's a motorcycle outside. You guys talk.
We don't hear it. We don't hear it, dude. We never hear these things.
Are you saying I'm black?
We're saying we never hear these things that you hear. Not saying you're lying, just saying we don't hear it.
Well, black people lie. That's just what disgusting animals do.
No, I'm just saying that he's a liar. I'm the one that says that.
Lies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's gone.
Yeah, you're basically like Ethan promising that he's going to release his comic book when it comes to stuff like that.
Hey. Wait a minute. So you're saying I'm creepy van driver?
I'm basically saying you're him without the meth.
All right, Tuesday is going to be a full news day, and then Wednesday morning they'll usually announce it.
Wednesday morning they'll announce, oh, by the way, 500,000 votes just came into Wisconsin overnight while you were sleeping.
that happens again.
And flooding happened in one of the polling locations, so they had to stop counting the vote until 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord.
In Nevada, just they stopped counting after 50 votes, and they'll say that we'll finish up by next Tuesday.
Okay, so to wrap this show up, first things first, managing my time better going into 2025, like I did in 2022. I did a great job with it. I'm going to try and make it better this time around. Consistent content. I'm going to get all the news videos that I have on my notepad done. Even if new news comes out before then, I'm going to just make sure I get home, get the video done, and put it out. I don't care how many videos it is. My goal is to get 2 out a day. So that's my current goal, or at the minimum, just 1. Then the Cloud9 podcast, I'm uploading that to Rumble. I'm currently on season 10. And then I'm going to work on getting the rest of the episodes out on the podcast platform because I kind of know I have more space now on my computer. I've just been getting the episodes done, get more space on my computer because it's pretty clogged up with a lot of stuff.
Hey, MSK, is there something you're supposed to be watching?
Porn.
Hey, MSK, remember FridgeCast? Remember that was a thing?
I didn't forget. I did not forget, but it might never happen.
Do it.
Yeah. So just like Will Smith's rap career, I just didn't do it. But I would not lie. It's not going to happen yet. I'm almost there. So just want to say tomorrow I have a one-on-one around 7 p.m. PST. And since me and Savage Dad are not doing the show until Tuesday. Oh, I got to talk to him about Tuesday because Tuesday's the election day. Oh, shit. So we might have to do that potentially Wednesday. Holy shit. So I'm going to make sure I talk to him about that. So tomorrow, one-on-one, 7 p.m. PST, and at 8:30 p.m. PST, we're going to be going over the 2024 League of Legends World Championship Finals, which was today, BLG versus T1, and then we'll have that for you guys. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show, and we will see you guys later. Have a great night.